Hey, welcome back. So as soon as I'm about to walk out of the apartment building, looking over at the blue vehicle, they start using the call horn. All right, when I talk about this, here's another blue vehicle. All right, see, there you go, showing you guys exactly what it is that they do, the hijacking of my consciousness. And also with the combination of using the color gray, right? You know what I'm saying? If you look today, you look at my previous videos when I uploaded, if they ever get uploaded, you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. They're using the combination of colors now, right? Which is today they're using blue, red, the red vehicle, and gray as a combination, right? You know what I'm saying? As a look, empty water bottle. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, I left mine upstairs. Y'all motherfuckers lucky. Y'all lucky. Anyhow, so I went upstairs, and Pam was home. Oh look, KMR 2432. All right, Pam was home. So I'm like, hey, what are you doing home? She's like, oh, she got that apartment. I said, did you tell me that? I said, how come you didn't tell me? She's like, she told me yesterday. I don't even remember that shit. So anyway, whatever. So I said that. So I said, well, you could have went to pick up Melissa. Oh, well, my appointment is for 2 o'clock. This chick left around probably a few minutes to 2 o'clock, maybe like 1:45, you know, somewhere 1:40 something, and I'm like, okay, so you have an appointment for 2 o'clock, but now is the time that you're leaving, right, to go to your apartment, which is ridiculous. But like I said, you know, they will look at the bus, right? So you see the bus right there, right? And why is he parked there? Why is he parked there? Because it has the letter STOP, right? Now look at them. Yeah, I can tell you, these perps, you see, yeah, I can get some of this subliminal message because they do shit like that, which is what they used to do with the fire department. So let me explain to you guys how they did it. Now, talk about early my targeting. Whenever I went somewhere, the fecal department of the New York would show up, right? And as soon as they see me, right, they're using the color black theme. I recognize it, the color black theme, right? She walking down on the phone, doing the hand signal, the hands behind the head, right? So yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, everywhere I went, if I'm going out, they would show up at the place of establishment, the business establishment, and whenever they see me, they will open up the door. So you know, when the fecal department, predator fire perps, we'll call them not firemen, but fire perps, right? They will open up the door of the fire truck, right? And inside of the door, it has the symbol and it has the STOP. And they used to do that. They did that for years, okay? Again, that's conditioning. That is conditioning. That is brainwashing, what you call dark NLP, right? This is what I've shown you guys time and time again. You know, whenever I go certain places, or if they show up on the block and I'm coming outside, all of a sudden they will all go back into their vehicle and they will leave. As soon as I approach, they will be exiting out of the building and they will leave, right? But they will have their door open so I can see the STOP, right? Now, you know, again, stop what? Because again, it's about isolation. It's about microchipping you, experimenting on you, and trying to isolate you so they can get away with it, right? Because as long as you're not out in the public, they can read your mind, they can program you in the home, whatever it is that they want to do. They can tell you where to go, right? Just as how I was talking about when I was going to Manhattan on the weekend. I didn't have my son, and I always go to this particular Barnes and Nobles, and there'll always be two white racist mother effers. They'll look at me and then they start shaking their hands and then they'll walk off. And that went on for a few months until I became self-aware of what it is that they were doing. And then when I stopped going, I remember the first Saturday that I said to myself, you know what, I'm going right back to bed, because I felt that urge, right? And this is what they do. We talk about nudging, right? And nudging, how they manipulate you through what is called psychological nudging. So So you're going to get an urge for something, or in a moment you'll feel an urge. Is what advertisers do when they hire public relations or advertising agencies that use psychiatrists. And again, you see the New York Predator Department show. See, the reason why they're doing this right now, because they know that they are preventing my videos from uploading onto YouTube. That's why they're out here like this. So hopefully I can get what I might have to do is download my videos onto my desktop and upload it that way. Right? Just to show you guys exactly what it is that they're doing. Okay? So anyway, as I was saying, right? So nudging, and particularly when you're being hit with microwave and radio wave frequency, particularly when you're being microchipped, right? They can give you those urges and using your own inner voice, right? They weaponize it. See, here they go again, right? Because this is what they do, right? They weaponize. Number 32. Oh yeah, I gotta catch that bus. Like I said, they think that they're slick, right? And I keep saying, you know, if they're behaving like this and they're trying to prevent me from exposing what it is they do, who's the criminal? Right? You think that they're engaging in this because they're lawful? No, because it's unlawful. It's criminal. Thank you, look at that. All right, like I said, they know what they have done is criminal and they're trying to get away with it. And look over there, near a Predator Department. See the illegal stalking, the illegal surveillance. See what I'm saying? I look at falling her lip. Do the same thing too. Yeah. Like I said, when they go through all of this, see, like I said, I'm not running no way. They're the ones that's hiding. right? They're the ones that's doing all of this to prevent me from exposing what it is that they're doing, right? If they weren't criminals, right? They always say, right? Oh, you got nothing to hide, right? You know, for black people, we said to each other, I just look at it as I say to myself, how stupid we are, right? But you see, further the law enforcement, they got a lot to hide, right? We know that. Look at the cursive threats, right? Medical examiner, right? Oh yeah, of course, because you guess what? We know the the medical examiners, they lie for the police, right? We see that shit all the time. How they lie, even the psychiatrists, they lie. Oh, he died from excited delirium. Oh, you know, we see how they do reports, right? Of let me cross over here. Of course, next to the blue car, of course. Let me see, license plate. All right, the red vehicle, LEM 3328. All right. So yeah. But we see that shit. We know that shit. So yeah, these motherfuckers are not getting away with this shit. Like I said, you motherfuckers ain't going railroad with me. I'll tell you that. I'll make sure y'all motherfuckers end up in handcuffs. And y'all ass is sent away for life, for good. Right? Like I said, you know, they've targeted my children too. And that's the main reason, one of the main reasons I should say, of me continuing to do what I do. Right? To document. Right? Just as how my brother, they did this to my brother, my two older brothers, well, I'm not two older, but my twin brother and then my older brother. Yeah, exactly. I keep saying, y'all motherfuckers don't get away with this shit. It'll never gonna fucking happen. It will never happen. Okay? Alright? Y'all might try to murder me, assassinate me because y'all afraid of the truth. That's what it is. And I talk about the sociopath and psychopathic mindset, the liars, the manipulators, who will do anything not to be exposed. Well, guess what? You're being exposed. You're being exposed. And as long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna always expose you motherfuckers. All the time. Every time. Look, I'll fall hold up. All the time, every time. All day, all night. Oh yeah. Look. See, they're doing all of this now because, again, you know, they know that they're preventing my videos from being uploaded. Oh, look. Right? They're look, touching his nose. You see? I keep telling you guys, we're dealing with a network of criminals. We're dealing with a network of criminals who have infected the church with lies and manipulation, and because churchgoers are believers, they're easy to manipulate. You can use technology on them, you can manipulate them, you can, you know, engage in all sorts of tactics to manipulate their mind into becoming more believers, right? Because they know that in a believer's mindset, they're very selfish, right? So they'll infiltrate the black church. You know, they'll, like, you know, the pastor will be like, oh, you know, you're looking for pray for a job, and they're listening, and they're giving some of y'all motherfuckers jobs, and y'all thinking is God? No, it is how they keep manipulating us. It is how they keep us as believers entrenched in the belief system, right? Because the same way you're praying for a good job, another person, there's like a 1,000 people praying for a good job, and you might get that job, but they might not. And you thinking that God selected you and you're special. No, dumbass, it's because they're manipulating you. Right? So it's either manipulation or the fact that you're highly qualified and you just so happens to the person pick you. So there's what is called a variation of varieties, right? Variable outcomes. But when they engage in this sort of manipulation, it is not variable. It is a manipulative tactic. This is what they do. All right? And I keep saying I'm going to expose them. They're not listening though. My purpose is greater than theirs. And they have yet to understand that, but that's okay. That's okay. All right? Because the people who lack knowledge, the people without knowledge, the people that is going to be destroyed. And when black people start to look at each other as a group and see that we are being destroyed, maybe then they'll wake up. All right? All right, talk to you guys in this video. Look at the hand signals. Look at the hand signals. All right, they love to do the hand signals. All right, but I love it though, 'cause I love exposing them. All right, talk to you guys in this video.